In lesson 9, students tried to do some more problem solving with the coordinate plane, and I'm going to do two problems from the problem set with you so you can kind of see where New York State is headed with distance on the coordinate plane. So the first question, one endpoint of a line segment is negative 3, 6. The length of the line segment is 7 units. Find 4 points that could serve as the other endpoint of the given line segment. As you can see, there is no coordinate plane provided. We're hoping that students can evolve to being able to do this mentally. Just because no coordinate plane is provided doesn't mean the students can't really draw their own if that's a problem-solving technique. Negative 3, negative 6 is going to be located in quadrant 3. Okay, and the point is going to be right here. The question is asking us to find another point that gives us a line segment, part of a line, that has a distance of 7 units. So they're really asking us to find a point 7 units away vertically. That could be either up or down, or horizontally. And that could be to the left or the right. Okay, so I'm going to make 4 different blank coordinate pairs. Okay, and I'm going to mentally think. If I'm at the point negative 3, negative 6, and I want to go vertically, the point negative 3 doesn't change, okay? So I could still have negative 3 something, or negative 3 something else a little lower. So I'm going to start by making negative 3, negative 3. If I was going to make 2 points go horizontally, I would still be at the same y coordinate right here. It's just my x's would change. So I'm going to keep negative 6, negative 6. Now here is where I have to find the other missing values, okay? So this is a little tricky, but I know students can do it if they set their mind to it. They have to do first 7 units away from negative 6, okay? If I went 7 units vertically upwards from negative 6, this would be negative 6 units. And if I went one more to get 7 units away from that, I would be at positive 1. Okay, so the first answer would be positive 1. If I started at negative 3, or negative 3, negative 6, and went 7 units down from that point, I would be adding really 7 more in the negative direction. And negative 6 plus another 7 down would give me negative 13. Okay? Then if we thought about going horizontally, if you were at negative 3, negative 6, and you went 7 in the positive direction, this is negative 3 right to the y-axis. So I would need to go another 4 over for a total of 7. So the new coordinate would be 4, negative 6. Okay, then if I was going more negative this way from negative 3, negative 6, I would be going negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. Because if negative 3 is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this would be negative 10. Okay, and that's some of the things that we started talking about in class today. This is key. Just because a coordinate plane isn't provided doesn't mean students can't visually draw one and think about it. So let's try another problem, okay, together. Let's say I have the point negative 2, 5. And you want to draw a line segment from this point that is 7 units long. So you want to find the 4 possible points that it could be. Okay, so hopefully the students first start by drawing a coordinate plane and they draw their starting point. Negative 2, positive 5 is located in quadrant 2. Okay, a point 7 units away could be this way, this way, this way, or this way. Okay, vertically, would mean that the x coordinate would stay the same. It would still be 2, but the y would vary. So I'm going to keep -2, -2. If I went horizontally, the y coordinate would stay the same and the x would change. So I'm going to keep 5, 5. Okay, that's the first step in locating the other points. Now I have to find 7 away in each direction, which means you really have to kind of add 7 to -2 or take 7 away. And when I say that, or I'm sorry, the first one we're doing is 5. So when I add 7 to 5, if you could think about -2, 5. Okay, if you are going to add 7 positives to 5, you're going to go up 7 spots from 5. So 5 plus another 7 would be 12. Okay, now you have to think about taking 7 away from 5. Well, if you took 7 away, here's 5 away, and you would need another 2 more to have a total of 7. So that would be -2, -2. Okay, and then if you think this way, if you're thinking about moving horizontally, okay, if you added 7 to -2, there would be 2 here, an absolute value of 2 here, and you would need another 5 here to get a total of 7. So the answer for this one would be 5, 5. And if you thought about taking 5 away from -2, you would go -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, 5. I hope this makes sense, and again, I'll go over this again with students in class. It's really just thinking on a coordinate plane. Now, if you go back to the other problem on the problem set that I would like to go over, 2 of the vertices of a rectangle are 1, -6 and -8, 6. If the rectangle has a perimeter of 26 units, what are the coordinates of the other 2 vertices? This is a tough problem to do without a coordinate plane. But I know you can do it. I know you can. 1, -6. It's in quadrant 4. -8, -6. Is in quadrant 3. I have just made one side of my rectangle. Okay. I have to find the distance of this line segment. And this one's pretty easy. It's building on lesson 8, where we just take the coordinates and look at them. They both have -6 in common. 1 and -8 are different signs, so we're going to add them together. They have a distance of 9. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so I have a rectangle. This side is 9, which means, therefore, this side's going to be 9. Now I just need to find my other 2 sides, which 9 plus 9 is 18. The whole rectangle has a perimeter of 26, so 26 minus 18 gives me 8. But I need 8 split between 2 sides. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4 here and 4 here. So now this is the semi-tricky part. Okay. You have to find the 2 points that are 4 units away from this point, 4 units away from this point. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is going vertically. So the one that would change would be the y. You're still going over to 1. And now we're just going down -2. And I can check my work because -6 and -2 are the same sign. I can subtract their absolute value. They are 4 units away. Okay, so I have to make one 4 units away on the other side. okay, which is going to be still negative 8, but now it's going to be negative 2. And that creates the rectangle with a perimeter of 26 units. So this is a brief summary of what you learned in Lesson 9.